This is gonna be potentially a little bit spicy. Some actual drama in the Honkai Star Rail sphere. This is an example of what many call plagiarism. And plagiarism is when you take the work that somebody else has done, you don't credit them, and then you pass it off as your own. And I have been a victim of plagiarism myself. I had around 5 to 10 of my videos stolen word for word, script for script, and translated into another language, which was Spanish. And then that person proceeded to upload about 5 to 10 of them and basically farm a bunch of views, a bunch of content, you know, like a community off of them. And I made a video on them, and that channel no longer exists. So that is what you guys can think about when it comes to plagiarism, right? It is something that when other people know that you're plagiarizing, that kind of means that people think you're lazy, people think you don't really put in that much work, and people think that you're stealing. You're somebody that supports theft and not putting in the effort to get the results. And so with that context in mind, and then with the situation in front of us, I'm gonna be honest, isn't that what is going on here? And you wanna know what the funny thing is when it comes to this Hoyoverse excerpt? I actually thought the bottom one looked a little bit better. The lighting here looks like better, more natural. The water and stuff looks better. There's like actually stuff in the water and not like some just absolutely tepid looking pool with nothing in it. Not gonna lie, this is a fucking miss. I don't know how you copy and you make it worse. Even like, what is this like interaction with like the water and the statue? Yeah. So if we're gonna copy, at least make it better. Anyways, that's only Exhibit A. Now we move on to Exhibit B. Okay, this is pretty diabolical, not gonna lie. Guys, do we just click Control U and then like change the hue? You found another copy, can you send a link? Go for it, dog. Oh, okay, this is fine. Yeah. So, We got Bailu and Urta. What are we doing here? Is this photoshopped? Yeah, I think this is like a Cagliostro, right? And this is, I guess, some fish girl, but yeah. This is a bit on the nose, right? We could have moved them around a little bit, right? Maybe, I mean, we're keeping the exact same orientation, right? I guess she's doing something with her arms, and there's different stuff in the water. So Wamdus and Cagliostro from Grand Blue Fantasy. Yeah, I bet. And this is Bailu and Herta from Honky Starbucks. Yeah, guys. Hey. So maybe instead of pumping out 2 characters a patch, we can actually create splash arts that are original and maybe allocate some resources to that instead. Maybe that's the meta, actually. Just steal everything and then only work on kit design, right? And just steal everything else. That's crazy. That's actually genius. All right, alchemy stars. Oh boy, we're just on the plagiarism gravy train right now, aren't we? Oh my fucking god, this is diabolical. Hoyoverse is truly built different. Truly built different. Guys, we just take the color palette too. Jeez, tank top. Hey, they made the booba smaller. Oh, but this booba, they just fused these 2 characters together. Awesome. Look, even the eye patch is a fusion. Look at that. Yellow, black, yellow, and black. Holy fuck. They literally did the fusion Ha from Dragon Ball Z on these 2 characters, and they made Coletta. Holy shit. Even their faces both look like fucking rectangles. Now, let's see what it looks like when we put it all together. Ah, shit. Here we go again. All right. Let's do this. So, guys, that's a little uncanny. I'm gonna be honest. We got Jita from Grand Blue Fantasy and Lumine. Then we got Cagliostro from Grand Blue Fantasy and Herta. Then we got Tiny One. Alchemy Stars. We already saw this, right? Coletta Bellabog. Okay, this is a bit of a... Well, actually... Yeah, this is a bit of a reach. But when you factor in that they're both in the same faction, they both have the same colors, And it's almost like they split the equipment. Like, I mean, a saw blade is wild. The fact that he has the saw blades and then she has them too, and they're in the same faction, and she's also a shark. It's like they unfusion hod him. So, yeah, I mean, this is a little bit... Okay, this is absolutely fucked. Oh, you're... Okay. Alright. This is a little bit fucked, right? The characters don't look similar, right? But, like, I mean, the pose is 1 for 1. Now let's move to the right side. Sinsa and Anton. We already looked at this one. Yeah, they're the fucking same. Blur and Sampo. This one's, you know, they're just... Yeah. That's, bit of a reach. I think this one's a bit of a reach. The poses are slightly similar, but, like, the legs are bent quite differently. This one looks a lot more photorealistic. This one's a bit of a reach, if I'm frankly being honest. I've never seen this one before, and this one is a bit... Yeah, that's pretty similar. Even for our free characters, we can't be original. The other photo that we had was actually better than this, but I can agree that, I mean, they're both like small little ocean fish girls. We saw another pose of Wamdus, and it looked a lot more familiar compared to the Bailu splash art. And the last one is going to be Sparkle and Kurumi from Data Live. And I think this one is... Maybe Sparkle does have like a pose where she's like a bit of a freak, but let's be honest, the twin tail sort of design, obviously, like the color palette is extremely familiar, but the whole red, black, you know, freaky deaky girl is a pretty common trope. So 100% inspired. I think this one is probably the most tasteful of them. Kurumi uses guns and shoots clones of herself. Yeah, I mean, who else does that? Yeah, who else had clones in their trailers that were getting, you know... Yeah. This one is more obvious. Johnny Kuro. All right, let's see what Johnny Kuro has to say. There's clearly a ton of examples where there's been a lot of artistic inspiration taken. I think the ones where there's a lot of like very clear artistic, like just character design elements, because, you know, characters are built off their design. I think these are some of the worst offenders that we're seeing here, because it's like their entire outfit, right? And like their hair, blah, 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 all that stuff like that. Then we got like this, where it's just like, all right, this is just absurdly on the nose, ridiculous. Like, it's just way too similar at this point. Like, we could have done more to differentiate them. I think that's the reason why they put like some of these at the top, because these are a little bit messed up, if we're frankly being honest. The poses, I can sort of get the poses, but I mean, guys, you're one of the highest revenue, highest grossing companies. Like, not even looking at your expenses or your costs, you're one of the highest grossing companies in the gacha space, right? We can, you know, instead of building nuclear power plants, why don't we just hire artists and character designers that can make original content? Apparently, there is a bit of a part 2 to the whole Hoyoverse copying plagiarism problem. It appears that NetEase, one of the organizations that has been, you know, in some sense stolen from, is now taking legal action against Hoyoverse, accusing Honkai Star Rail's Sunday trailer of copying elements from Onmyoji. Evidence has been collected. The dormitory law department has already intervened in the investigation and has completed the evidence collection. If there is any infringement, we will reserve the right to pursue their legal responsibilities and firmly safeguard our legitimate rights and interests. Thank you again for the positive feedback on this matter and for protecting... I'm going to offend somebody if I try to say that. Lo and behold, when it comes to Hoyoverse content, right? Because we got to make sure everybody gets the full, accurate information about Hoyoverse, we provide a translation. Remember my whole thing about gacha gaming? Isn't it weird that for a Hoyoverse post, a poster will post the translation? And I remember some people were like kind of giving me a little bit of shit about how I critiqued the Woowa rumor post for not having a translation. That's funny how this works. And there just happened to be a little bit more that's been released regarding this whole situation. There's a little bit more. We got the Opti animation. I mean, well, guys, well, there's not really much we can say here, right? It's pretty much exactly the fucking same. Ah, shit, here we go again. Oh, Hoyo's journey's end. Oh, boy. Ah, shit. Oh, man. Is this jobless? Is this jobless reincarnation? Oh, Black Clover. Guys, we make billions of dollars. We literally make billions of dollars. And it's this hard to have any creativity in our company. Hey, reverse it. 180 it. 180 the image, and it's fine. Guys, just 180 the image, and it's fine. Just flip it, and it's fine. We're releasing 2 characters a patch, and then we're just doing this. We make billions of dollars. It's this hard to create original content. How amazing is this company? And you're gonna have people on EN basically like bending over backwards to justify this whole situation. The question is, what are we doing here, ladies and gentlemen? So that's that. Clearly there's a little bit more stuff going on. We're gonna see if this whole NetEase situation develops any further. You know, hopefully it's not gonna be too crazy, right? But it'll get Hoyoverse's foot off the gas pedal of their plagiarism train. We'll see. 50 Shades of Copyright, 50 Shades of Lawsuit, Blue Clear React.